And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh my God, we got a stable coin. Stable coins are coming out. The FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. The Federal Reserve is like, we're going to allow crypto. Think about 2 months from now, banks will start having stable coins. There's a lot of news. Iraq. Oh man, what is going on in Iraq? I'm going to briefly read the highlights for Iraq. I'm not getting into each article. I'm going to read the headlines in the Iraq news. You might want to get a hold of Iraqi money. You might want to. Deuce Keller has a bundle of Canton. Right now, I'm telling you, now is the bargain time. Because this stuff's taken off. In my opinion, it's looking really, really good. I'm going to show you the news. You make your own decision up. I just talked to another $500 member yesterday, and we went over the portfolio that they have, and we trimmed out 3 cryptos and put those into three other ones. That was about $3,000 worth. Yeah. They had, I think 2-3 cryptos. It was worth about $3,000. And we shuffled those into 3 cryptos that are movers and shakers. So congrats to that. I have some dinar. You're going to want to have a lot of dinar. Thanks, Hulk. You are legit. I know. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. I don't know anything about finances. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about anything. What I do know is how to use very serious drugs every day, 24/7 for the past 5.5 years. I stay super, super high. Everything I say, I'm not even responsible for what I say. It's all the drugs, heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines, LSD, constantly for the past 5.5 years. Just super high all the time. I'm not legally responsible for anything I say. I'm giving you fair warning of the drug use and past drug use 24 hours a day. If you ignore that, then that's on you. Just see how I just transferred the liability onto you? It's brilliant. Let's start with Iraq. This crypto ain't taken off until the whole world is in the right position. I know you just bought crypto yesterday and you're supposed to be a millionaire today. I got it. I understand what you're thinking. Okay. How sad. Those kind of people are going to get so destroyed. Let's go over Iraq. I want to show you a typical country and what's happening. This is why crypto has not taken off yet. We've got to get all these countries in the right position. I'm going to read off the news that's occurring in Iraq for, I guess, the past month, past week. I want you to hear the headlines in Iraq, and then I want you to just think that's what's going on around the world. They're getting all set up. They have to get, you can't have, crypto's not taking off. You've got to get everybody hooked up and booked up, okay? Here's the headlines. I want you to see. Iraq to fast track renewable energy projects. Renewable energy projects need to get going in Iraq. That's what has to happen. Iraq's inflation rate dropped sharply. Oh. Government considers integrated hub for business services in Baghdad. An integrated hub for the capital of Baghdad. Very interesting, Crypto Hulk. Let's look here. Baghdad Airport welcomes the first European flight in 35 years. Oh, shit. There's a change, everybody. These governments, okay, the people in power, the 5 top rich families of the world, they don't fucking care what has to happen. They need to make more money and get control of everybody. And they can't be having all this crazy shit going on in Iraq. So they have to get rid of all the people causing all the fucking problems, because this is about world control. And they've got to get control over Iraq so they can enslave everybody in the United States, everybody else. That's why this is the first time in 35 years a flight's going into Iraq. They got to get set up. They got to be interoperable, okay? Iraq Central Bank reduces the supply of dinars. Oh. All you people out there that collect Iraqi money, you're loving the show right now, because you're seeing it all being laid out. You were waiting for years for this Iraqi dinar shit to happen. It's starting to fall into place, isn't it? And you're saying, damn, Cryptoholic, this is good stuff. Keep it going. The government is reducing the supply of the dinars. They're burning it. That's going to make the value. Not just yet. Listen to this. Major increase in Iraq gold reserves. Oh, man. Are you seeing? This is happening all around the world. All these central banks are snatching up the gold. Ripple Singapore, 2013. Gold and silver in your wallet. Crypto Hulk showed you that 3 years ago. That's when I started buying gold. I told you I started having gold at the bottom of my channel. I got gold coins, silver coins, crypto wallets, depending on the show. I got Caleb Brown linked there, the Crypto Hulk lawyer, all this stuff in advance. Major increase in Iraq gold reserves. Oh, shit. Oh, Iraq to develop crypto laws. Oh, shit. Let's click on this one, kids. Let's have a little fun. We kind of went over this, I think, the other day. Let's show you this here. This has to happen. So, yes, we're talking about one country, Iraq. This relates to the whole world. They're doing this all around the world. Remember, I told you, if you want to catch, Iraq will be one of those first mover advantage ones, okay? Everybody's money's going up. So what you can do is catch the Iraqi money first, sell out, go buy the other country's money. They go up, sell out. That would be a good plan. Let me take a look. They're kind of locking this article up for me, so I can't look at it. So I'm not, it says they want you to register your name or view a short ad. These little motherfuckers. It's a motherfucker. Okay, I can click out of that. Okay. Iraq, here we go. Iraq has taken initial steps towards establishing a comprehensive, are you seeing this, regulatory framework for virtual and digital assets. Aligned with what? International best practices. There's 2 things we need to be rich. Global crypto laws. International best practices. Iraq is going to have global crypto laws. This is what we need to be rich, everybody. You're not getting rich tomorrow. Just letting you know. I know you bought crypto this morning, and by tonight you thought you were going to be a billionaire. Not going to happen. But CryptoHawk, that other channel said so. Okay. The first meeting of the National High Committee for the Regulation of Virtual Assets was held in Baghdad at the Central Bank of Iraq, bringing together senior representatives from regulatory, legal, financial, supervisory, technical, and communication bodies. The committee reviewed global developments in crypto and examined international regulatory models. I didn't know we had any. Interesting. Iraq's seemed to be looking at an international model of crypto. Well, that's interesting. We don't have crypto laws in America, but yet somehow the IRS thinks they can tax us and all these things. We don't even have laws. It's not even a legal thing. And they're thinking that they're going to tax people, and people are actually paying them without challenging their authority. Very interesting. People just paying tax because they're afraid. Wow. I guess that Boston Tea Party and all those 1776 revolutions we had, different battles, I guess we don't need to have battles anymore. You just pay your tax, and even though it doesn't exist, just pay your tax. Don't even question the IRS. Just be a good little bitch and pay your tax. I'm not paying shit until it's in the United States Code. Then that's a whole new story. So yeah, Iraq is getting crypto laws set up. Very interesting. That was December 16th. A couple of days ago, that news came out. Yeah, 2 days ago, that news came out. Iraq and China discuss strategic partnership. Advancing peace and stability in Sinjar. More airline flights are coming into Iraq. It's opening up, everybody. The crypto's getting set up. Iraq licenses 158 new industrial projects. See, they're getting... Iraq has gotten rid of all the people in the past that have caused all these fucking problems in Iraq and why everybody's fucking poor in Iraq. You get rid of those certain people, which I won't mention, and then businesses come in, plane flights come in, money, people have jobs, they're not fucking destitute third world country. You get rid of all the people that were in Iraq for the past 30 years running the country, you get rid of those people, and looky what happens. Iraq explores expanded digital transformation projects. Oh, shit. See what's happening? It's all coming together in Iraq. Iraq's going to have smart electricity meters. Iraq imported, here's the news. It broke 4 days ago. Iraq imported 50 tons of gold in 2025. What do you think they're getting ready for? Backing their crypto with gold? Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. It's coming, isn't it? Yep, I'm showing you right here. They're trying to have peace in Iraq. For the past 35 years, the people running the show have caused nothing but mayhem and explosions and all kinds of shit over there. People are sick of that shit. They're having a new compromise in Iraq. They're talking about peace, international peace. They had to get rid of the old guard, get them out. People are tired of being broke. Iraq has a new prime minister. See right there? You got to get rid of these other people that were there. These people are nothing but problems. Iraq and Turkey are strengthening ties. This is what's happening. You can't have these countries that are all about blowing up things and killing people. That shit ain't gonna happen. You got to get rid of those people. They somehow die in plane accidents and stuff. You seen how all that happened? Everybody who was against crypto ends up dying in a plane accident or slips and falls or something like that and disappears. That's what's happening. The people at the top are tired of the dumb shit. It's time to set this crypto off. That's what I'm seeing in this news right here. Former Iraqi president is head to the United Nations Refugee Agency. Why don't you send some of these refugees out of the United States over somewhere else where they belong? The UNDP recommendations on tackling corruption in Iraq, Kurdistan. And there's more news. Iraqi stock market news looking pretty good. Iraq launches first electronic visa service. Oh, digital IDs. Very interesting. The Embassy of Iraq in Ankara has begun issuing electronic visas. Oh, marking the first deployment of the system outside the country. Isn't that something? This is where it's all going, everybody. These are some of the trends just in Iraq. Crypto Hulk, when are we getting rich? Well, Iraq's going to get all hooked up first. So when all these countries in the world, look, there's got to be there's going to be some countries that just don't hook up. Okay, we probably already know who they are. These countries, what I'm showing you now, are all moving towards a global conglomeration. Digital IDs, crypto, they're buying gold, crypto laws, regulations, all kinds of digital credit cards, facial ID. These are all things that are happening here. They have to all integrate. So if there's countries that are not going to participate in the world, it's probably going to be like North Korea. I don't want to mention too many of these countries' names, Cuba and shit like that. You're going to have to join the world community, or somehow you're going to have a slip and fall accident. That's how this works. Somehow you mysteriously have a lung condition or a brain aneurysm and just something, you're dead. So that's kind of how this is going to go. Let's go over a crypto, right meow. So I was looking through cryptos yesterday, and I noticed that Kima, the one crypto that I have, went up 50%. I'm like, oh, sweet, because I have well over $1,500 into Kima. Sold it off, made a good portion of money yesterday. It'll bounce back, go back down again. What do we got going on with Kima? Kima. Let's look right here. Let me go on. Let me go on CoinGecko. Kima Network. Here's your CoinGecko page for Kima. There we go. The Kima Network, and here is the contract code for it. Remember, you always want when you go to buy a crypto, make sure you have the right contract code. There's a lot of cryptos that will have the same name, but different contract codes. Then you end up buying the fake crypto. Kima. All right, right here, Kima. Currently, Kima is my number 2 holding on my number 2 holding on my phone. My Rise crypto is my number 1. Number 2 is Kima. And it just happens to be up last night, 50%. Why is Kima gone up? A bullish ecosystem announcement. Growing institutional interest is another reason. Interoperability. This is running on crypto, XRP, by the way. This Kima is interoperable because it's running on Cosmo SDK, which Ripple has side chains built with that. That's why this Kima is taking off now. I'll show you the evidence later. There's something called ZK Trinity and AI Finance Summit. It's in Kuala Lumpur starting December 18th, where Kima is featured prominently. So there's a summit coming up over in Asia in a country called Kuala Lumpur. It's a ZK Trinity and AI Finance Summit. Uh-oh. Yeah. Kima is the star of the show. And that's for show. Kima recent integrations. So they integrate, they advance their blockchain capabilities. Kima has interoperability now. Oh shit. And that comes from Ripple. This crypto is going to be a star. It has SEPA to stablecoin bridges. Now in Europe, I believe SEPA is for Europe. It has SEPA to stablecoin bridges and USD1 stablecoin support. Schema bridges traditional finance and DeFi without smart contracts. Oh, that means they don't need Ethereum, Crypto Hulk? No, they don't. Oh, shit. This aligns with industry trends projecting interoperability markets to hit about $2.5 billion. Uh-oh. As highlighted in recent posts and analyses. Trading volume has spiked in Kima. This crypto launched. Let me continue here. Now, back in July, Kima went up 78%. That's probably Crypto Hulk channel. Yeah. Grok saying, yeah, it spiked back in July at 78%. Like, yeah, that was about Crypto Hulk show when we were doing that one. Kima Network was founded in 2021 in Tel Aviv, Israel. Oh, now hold on a minute. Let's look up something here real quick. If I can find it without spending too much time. Hold on a minute. It's probably, oh, there it is. There it is. That little son of a bitch. I found it. Oh, shit. We got it. Okay, everybody. Now, the first piece of evidence I have to show you is Ripple is real. Nobody else on the planet has this. Nobody on the planet has this except Crypto Hulk. Let me show you right here. Copy paste. Ripple Israel right there. Oh, shit. Ripple Israel. Israel's first Ripple gateway. This is like only 12 years ago. Not a big deal. Well, now looky what they have. The next generation of digital currencies is now available in Israel. My, how no other channel knows this. I've only had this show, this article here, 3 years to the public. I've only been showing this for 3 years. Not a big deal. The next generation of digital currencies is now available in Israel, everybody. Back in 2013. Ripple Israel is the first Ripple gateway established in Israel. We provide a service enabling people to transfer their new Israeli shekels and bitcoins to the Ripple network. Oh, shit. Israel already had crypto. These other countries don't know. These other Arab countries have no idea this is going on. They have no idea that Ripple has already been working with Israel, the country of Israel. Why do you think the connections with Ripple, Ashton Kutcher, Benjamin Netanyahu back in the day, you know, that little kind of cozy connection with Trump and Israel and all that shit? Look what we got here. Damn, Crypto Hulk, Ripple Israel, son of a bitch. How do you find this stuff? Well, I'll leave that as a trick question. It's amazing how you find this shit, Crypto Hulk. Totally amazing. So we go back to Kima. Kima was founded in 2021 in Tel Aviv, Israel. Is that a shocker? No. Not if you watch Crypto Hulk show. That's for show. Let's continue. Kima was founded in Israel as a blockchain-based protocol focused on decentralized money transfers and interoperability using the Ripple platform. Here's a comprehensive, nobody else knows. That's why a Crypto Hulk show is awesome, because we can read this article like this and you can see now, you can see the light. I see the light. Crypto Hulk show illuminates. Crypto Hulk show is an illuminated program. I'm showing you all the secrets. That's why I'm heavily into Kima. I know. Now you know. You know? This is all tied in. That's why the guy's name is Eitan Katz. He's a co-founder of Kima. Somebody by the name of Kanza, last name of Kanza, is helped develop this. Who are the advisors? The head of digital partnerships at Merki, Maerki, Merki and Bowman and Company. It's a private bank. I bet it is. Former vice president at KuCoin Exchange. Just happens to advise Kima. The research professor at the University of Pennsylvania in the United States helped make this crypto. That's not a big deal. Prime 3. The advisor, the person that started Prime 3, they also launched 40 other tokens. Consultants from HSB, these are unnamed people that didn't wish to be named. HSBC and then Oxford University are involved with Kima. Now, as of just recently, Kima launched SDK. That's the Cosmo SDK. Oh, shit. And you know what that is? The Ethereum virtual machine sidechain on the XRP ledger. Oh, my God. It's got Ripple integrated into it. You could probably say that. Yeah. Okay, that's a fair assumption. All right. Ripple is all up in this bitch, okay? Interoperability is a top 2026 trend, with Kima positioned for growth. Oh, I bet it is. In real-world asset and cross-chain settlements. Thank you very much, Ripple Labs. Price prediction. Oh, shit. Price prediction for 2025. Now, this is according to Grok, not Crypto Hulk. I don't do price predictions. The person who does price predictions on the show,
I see you over there. Yes, you.
is Zoltar.
Come on over and let Zoltar be sharing with you your fortune.
That's who does the price predictions on the show. That's the boss. He knows everything. Everything I know, I get from him while he's coked out. Grok says the price predictions. Now, we got how many days left in 2025? 12 days or something? 13 days? Grok saying $1.08. This thing could hit $1.08 by the end of the year. That's a 30x or 35x, by the way. Just saying. That's according to Grok, not me. Oh, but Crypto Hulk's hyping coins. You know what? Go back to sucking dicks and shut up, okay? Nobody wants to read these stupid comments you put, and all we do is block you anyway and report you as some kind of child predator for every comment you leave. So just don't even bother. It's a waste of your time. So yeah, very interesting, huh? This secret weapon, Kima, it could go 30x before the end of the year. Oh, shit. Staking updates. Oh, Kima. Here we go. Here we go. Kima did a pilot with the European Central Bank. Oh, my God. For the brand new people, check it out. When you have a crypto company that actually is working with the European Central Bank, probably one you want to get, okay? Just saying. They're working with the European Central Bank. That's fucking golden. For blockchain-based digital euro disbursements. Oh, damn. They're testing programmable CBDCs with the European Central Bank. Oh, my God, this is awesome. Kima is supported by the Israeli Innovation Authority for DeFi credit card development. Oh, using your credit card for DeFi to buy and sell shit. Very, very golden. Kima is integrated into the AI called Chain, or they're incubated by Chain GPT. Oh, shit. MasterCard is involved. Oh, my God, MasterCard. Well, that's where they're getting the DeFi credit card development, everybody. Oh, my God. And, of course, MasterCard's already integrated with Ripple. Just thought I'd throw that one out there. Not a big deal. Upcoming announcements. You've got major banks in China and Hong Kong that are going to announce a collaboration with Kima. That's fucking huge right there. This is very, very, that's why this crypto right here is number 2 on my MetaMask. It's going to stay that way. This is already integrated into Web3. Enables crypto fiat processing for Web3 wallets. This Kima already has bridges to real world assets. This Kima is already set up for DeFi. It's ready to go. It's got the credit cards, the bank partnerships in China and Hong Kong, the European Central Bank connection. This thing's ready to go. It has cross-chain interoperability. That's because it's hooked up to Cosmo SDK, which is the Ripple sidechain of the Ethereum virtual machine. Yeah, first mover advantage. Let's hear some of the partnerships we got here, kids. MasterCard, massive partnership. It doesn't get much bigger than that. When your crypto is hooked up to 200 countries, that's a very good sign. Kima is now hooked up in 200 countries. Thank you, MasterCard. The European Central Bank is their partner. Pretty fucking amazing. It has incubated with Chain GPT. It's got a partner of GT Protocol for trading and interoperability in Web3. It's got Lumina. Whoa, I wonder if it's illuminated. Cryptoholic, don't use sex terms on the show, please. Lumina has real-world asset tokenization. Asset Link is linked up with this. Tashi is linked up with this. They have gaming liquidity, stuff like that. Verida, strategic partnership for data interoperability. Spicy Capital. Oh, I bet you it is. They have boosted marketing and integrations, facilitated enterprise connections. IBC Group, that's Web3 adoption. AIDA, AIDA. Fastquan, stability. RWA Incorporated. That's massive right there. That crypto project. Tokenized assets for the masses. RWA and then INC, period. That is what's up right there. That's for real world assets, everybody. Castrum. Blockchain Ventures helped them raise money. Ape Bond, expanded staking, yields up to 91% annual percentage yield. Oh my God, it's crazy yield. And Circle is integrated into this as well. Not too bad. Yes, Kima's network recently launched SDK, which is version 1.5. It's indirectly related to the Cosmo SDK. As the entire Kima blockchain is built using the Cosmo SDK framework, according to Grok. This aligns Kima with the Cosmo ecosystem. Oh my God. This aligns Kima with the Cosmo ecosystem for modular blockchain development, enabling features like committee-based consensus with rotating wardens for secure cross-chain transactions. Now, Kima operates as an independent blockchain, and SDK, the 1.5, that specifically focuses on upgrades for bank to blockchain interoperability. Oh my God, they got the bank money coming in, kids. Such as integrating USD1 stablecoin support, flat rails, which means SEPA to stablecoin bridges. That's massive right there. That's a government payment system. And compliance modules for atomic swaps. This launch that they just did with that SDK v1.5, that's to hook up banks if they want. Must be nice. This launch enhances Kima's role in bridging traditional finance and DeFi. Very interesting. I think I'll leave it at that. Let me just check here real quick. Yeah, read off all the partnerships. So what is this crypto used for? Payments and wallets, real-world asset tokenization, CBDCs and stablecoins, cross-chain interoperability. It offers liquidity as a service, LAAS, liquidity as a service. Gambling payments, oh, brilliant. People can just blow all their money. Logistics settlements, AI/DPIN. That's kind of like the XYO crypto. And I believe that'll be it. Let me just scan this. Okay, there's that article is done. Let me check. We got the Iraqi stuff done. Let me click out of that one. Oh, Caleb Brown. We're going to have another show with Caleb Brown tonight, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific. Caleb and Brown. Today's Thursday. They were interested in if I wanted to do another show. They've been getting a lot of calls. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, Caleb Brown sent me an email. Hey, we've been getting a lot of calls, a lot of calls and questions lately. What they're going to want to do, Caleb Brown, because look, man, these crypto prices are fucking cheap and people are getting loans. I'm telling you. And a lot of people are wanting to join Caleb Brown, and they keep asking certain kinds of questions, and it's a good thing. It's kind of overwhelming. Caleb, like last month, Caleb Brown told me it was like one of the biggest months of you guys buying crypto. And I'm telling you, some of these guys out there mortgaging homes and stuff, I don't suggest doing that unless you have a lot of equity. But I'm not a financial advisor, but this one dude laid down $100,000. I was like, fuck. But that's what people are doing now. They realize, look, now's the time to buy. Now's not the time to sell. And their game plan, the minute they make 100% profit, they basically double their money. They pay off their loan. Now they got their crypto for free. That's what everybody's doing. So Caleb Brown told me people are really buying crypto a lot on this channel. And I'm like, I wonder why. Can't quite figure that one out there, Jim. But it's a perfect time. They want to show up again today at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific. So that's in about 10 hours from now. 8 to 5, 9 to 5. Like 9 hours from now or so. So it'll be a Caleb Brown show tonight. If you have any kinds of questions and stuff, they're going to answer them. And then they also have some information for you. They have a new crypto they're going to carry. It's a secret, and I can't tell you. Let me check my time here. 17 minutes. 16 minutes left. Okay. Let's get on with this news. So we got the Caleb Brown today. FDIC. Here we go with the FDIC. Want you to see what they're doing. It's all coming together, everybody. What I try to show you, I try to show you what's coming and what cryptos are involved. That way, you'll be ahead of everything. Let's look right here. FDIC proposes a rule. The United States Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, here we go. They're greenlighting crypto. Just wanting you to know that. The FDIC proposes a rule for banks seeking to issue stable coins. Oh my God. It's all coming together. In its first action to implement the Genius Act, oh wow, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation is considering a proposed rule that would establish procedures under which the insured depository institutions the regulator supervises could seek to issue stablecoin payments. Oh my God. We are going to have insured stablecoins, everybody. It's becoming more and more real every day. Keep buying up your cryptos if you want at these insanely cheap prices. It's almost like this. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and it's kind of like this. I said, it's almost like this isn't real. The amount of news that I'm reporting. Yesterday's program was cray-cray on how you have Canton Coin, Rise, and XDC starting a pilot where they are going to right now start tokenizing everything on the DTCC, which is all the stocks, bonds, derivatives. I'm like, what? Are you fucking serious? They're actually announcing it. They've already told us in the article for the past 3 years, they've been running the crypto system parallel to the old system. Oh my God. There's a private ledger, everybody. I already told you, you're not going to see it in the price. You're not going to see it in the price. There's a private ledger. I don't give a fuck what these prices are. I'm still buying like I'm a crack addict, okay? I don't care what the price. It's the best thing about the price is I'm getting twice as much. That's how I look at shit. Then later when it goes up 100%, I can sell it off, and now I got that shit for free. That's just how I'm looking at things. People with the broke mentality are like, oh, I didn't make any money off crypto today. Oh, yeah, that's a shame you missed out today. I'm not looking at today. I'm looking at like the next 20 years, how much fucking millions I'm going to have. That's how I do things. I'm loading up on the right cryptos. And later that translates into millions. So here we have the FDIC telling you that I think in about 60 days from now is when this happens. They greenlight these banks. Crypto's insured. They're going to use these stable coins and all that's insured crypto. That's the first step. Now, I was telling my friend, the amount of news that I'm hearing over the past 6 months, if this were to happen 5 years ago, oh shit, these cryptos would be like fucking $500 a piece. But somewhere along the way, I don't know what happened, but it seems like the more crypto news we get, the more the prices dump. That doesn't make sense, does it? No, it doesn't, Crypto Hulk. It's almost as if like Crypto Hulk said, nobody else was talking about dark pools. Crypto Hulk, all this dark pool stuff, that all started with Jed McCaleb with Mt. Gox. The guy who invented Stellar and helped invent the XRP ledger and shit. He had dark pools at Mt. Gox where people were buying cryptos and they were not showing up on the order books or the ledgers and stuff. Oh, shit. Now it's starting to make sense, isn't it? All this crypto news, the prices dump. I don't get afraid. I already know what they're doing. Dark pools. They're able to dump and unload shit and it doesn't show up. It's like when you look on Deck Screener, here's a perfect example. When you look on Deck Screener and we try to look at people's wallets and shit, right? You go all the way down to when they first started buying and selling. And here's how you know there's dark pools and all kinds of shit. Because you look at the very bottom of some of these people, they never bought. They've just been selling the whole time. They've never bought shit. Like in the very beginning, your first transaction on a deck screener has to be a purchase, right? Otherwise, you have nothing to sell. I mean, hopefully, for people who don't know what I'm talking about, you'll know. So with this deck screener shit, it just confirmed me over and over. These people have ways of getting into exchanges, liquidity, whatever it is, liquidity pools, whatever it is. They'll come in with crypto that they were gifted and just start dumping and selling it on, because you can see it on the deck screener. So some of these people, the first transaction they have on an exchange, they have on deck screener, their first wallet they have on deck screener because it keeps track of them. They're $500 sale. And then their sale. They sell off $10,000 worth of shit. They buy $500 and they're selling off $10,000. How do they get all that crypto dark pools? Okay, that's how they're doing this shit. They'll come in. The exchanges will backdoor them, whatever it is, and they'll just dump, and this shit won't show up on a ledger. They have their own separate ledger of some kind. That's what's going on, everybody. They're dumping to make it look like nothing's happening. With all this adoption going on, how are the prices dumping? It's not possible, is it? And you're like, well, that's actually right, crypto. It's not possible. With all this fucking news, are you serious? And the crypto keeps going down. That's how you know they're dumping from some kind of dark pool that you can't see. See, I don't care about price. Okay. Yeah, I just made like $400 yesterday. In its first action to implement the Genius Act, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation is going to consider a proposed rule that would establish procedures under which insured deposit. So the FDIC is making an announcement. They have to wait 60 days before they implement it. So in February, this starts. Banks are going to start using stable coins. This takes off in February, just letting you know, okay? For the next 60 days, the FDIC is going to, quote, evaluate the safety and soundness of all this. They have to make a notice of proposed rulemaking. The proposed rule for 60 days after the publication. So they have to put it in the Federal Register, then 60 days later, they can implement it. This is what's going to happen in February. Have a Merry Christmas, all right? That's that article. You can look it up, read it in a little more detail yourself. We're going to go over this one real quick. Ethiopia. Here we go. Here's what's going on in Africa. I try to hit the continent of Africa and show what's going on there at least once a week at a minimum now. Because when Africa's hooked up, everybody's hooked up. Right here, National Bank of Ethiopia. Here we go. Enforces a full Basel II-3 integration, compelling banks to revamp risk models. I'm going to summarize this. I'm not going to torture you by reading this. I already tortured myself. It's what I do. What we got going on is Basel. This shit came out like a couple years back. Basel, fiddle faddle. They come up, they're a division of the Bank of International Settlements. That's a Ripple partner, by the way. That's also not a big deal. The Bank of International Settlements is a Ripple partner working together on a task force. Just saying. Underneath the Bank of International Settlements comes Basel. Basel. I don't know how to say that word. Basel. But I know it's not like the herb, B-A-S-I-L. That's basil. But since this is spelled B-A-S-E-L, that's base. Base plus L, basil, basil. I'm confusing myself. I'm going to stop. So it's all the drugs talking. That's what's confusing me. What we have in Ethiopia, massive. Basel is a division of the Bank of International Settlements. Basel, I don't know how to say that shit. Maybe somebody can help me out. Throw me a lifeline. Basel came up with crypto guidelines for all the banks. So if you have Group 1A crypto, Group 1B, then there's Group 2 crypto. Basel does a bunch of... Basel's job is to provide guidelines for banks so they know how much value to hold when they go to offer something for sale. Like if something drops, like if banks carry crypto, Basel says there's different groups of crypto according to risk. For instance, crypto that's backed with stocks and bonds, treasury bills or something, right? Crypto that's backed with treasury bills has no risk. So that's like Group 1A or something, right? Crypto that's not like traditional treasury bonds and shit will be Group 1B. Shit that's more risky, Ethereum, Bitcoin, will be like Group 2, okay? And not only does the bank classify different cryptos as different risk groups, the banks are going to have to put away a certain amount of money. So if somebody wants to turn in a Bitcoin, let's say if you have Bitcoin, it's 130,000, and all of a sudden it mysteriously drops $40,000. Then the person can come in and say, I want my Bitcoin. I want to sell the Bitcoin. The bank has to have enough money to buy their Bitcoin, okay? So Basel is an international body. It's under the Bank of International Settlements. They're the bank of all banks. So I'm trying to explain this to brand new people as best I can. I'm not a banking professional. But the Bank of International Settlements is a global body that sets banking standards. The banking industry themselves is involved in this. It's kind of like a self-governed, because there is no global banking police. Not yet. There will be, though. There will be. Give it 5 or 10 years, and there will be a global, one world, and I can't say ruler. So that's what Basel does, is they come up with guidelines for banks to sell various financial services, of which includes cryptocurrency. So then Basel has specific guidelines for banks that wish to buy, sell, hold crypto. Basel has Basel III, which are the latest updates. Ethiopia is now incorporating those crypto guidelines into their banks. And why are they doing that, Crypto Hulk? Oh, I don't know. Just because they're not going to sell cryptocurrency probably in 2026. Not a big deal. But that's why Ethiopia is getting all hooked up with Basel, because Ethiopian banks are going to start carrying crypto and they have to follow Basel rules, which are Bank of International Settlement required. Okay. So I thought that was very interesting why that's set up like that. That's very encouraging. Now, I did a deep dive on that article. I'm not going to share it with you. It's extremely boring. But it lists visas mixed up with the Bank of Ethiopia with the Santim Pay, SANTIM-PAY, all one word, Santim Pay. Then you got Commercial Bank of Ethiopia is mixed up with this. Ethio Telecom and Singi Bank. Not a whole lot of fun and exciting stuff in this deep dive, but they're talking about tokenized bonds and shit. Ethiopia is getting all hooked up with the Basel, Group 1A, Group 1B, Group 2. This is what's going on. Ethiopia is getting set up to buy, sell, trade cryptocurrencies in their banking system and to use cryptocurrencies to facilitate payments. That's what the deep dive is. I just saved you 20 minutes of bullshit so you don't have to listen. But that's the research that I've done. And they've been working on this since 2022 for the past 3 years. Canada's involved in this as well, helping them, Communist Canada. So there you have it. That's your world tour on the Crypto Hulk Show. Let me check the comments here real quick. Hubba Bubba says, all of the news this month has been historic. Smoking that basil and basil, Hulk's not picky. Yeah, historic news. This is what I'm telling you. All this massive news. You know why these crypto prices got to stay low? Because imagine you want banks to buy your crypto to use. The banks want to buy it at $1,000 a piece or 5 cents a piece. See what I mean? If you want to get adoption and you want banks to adopt and use the crypto, you've got to give them the shit almost for free so they can make money. They're incentivized to use it. You got to have the crypto low. That's what's happening. They're dumping this crypto into these banks, and which is opening the market up. But we're not seeing it because they're on private ledgers doing this. Just like the little deck screener. When you look at the wallets of these motherfuckers, and all they've done is, before they even buy one of these cryptos, you look in their wallets down below, they've sold $10,000-$20,000 worth of shit. They haven't even bought any. That's a developer that got a back door into an exchange somewhere, whatever they're doing, and dumping their crypto into the marketplace. That's what they're doing with these cryptos. That's why these prices are so low. It's not for brand new people. I'm trying to help you. Help me. Brand new person says, but Crypto Hulk, all these prices all over the place are just dumping. I don't think crypto is going to make it. That's what the new person says. Understandable. What the new person doesn't understand, dark pools, backdoors, dumping. In order for these banks, in order for financial institutions to see, in the beginning, these financial institutions wanted nothing with crypto. Remember, they were all saying crypto's bad. Drug dealers use crypto. Not Crypto Hulk's toy drug dealer. But now all of a sudden, they're buying this crypto. Maybe they were faked and believe that criminals really did use it. I don't know. Whatever it is, they're not going to buy the crypto unless it's super fucking cheap. That is what's going on right now. It's being dumped. Ripple does this. The Ripple gets the crypto, the XRP, sells it when we're paying $2.20. Ripple's selling it for 30 cents. I already showed you the article. I think it was, we read an article where they said what they paid for the XRP. This one bank said they were buying them at 40 cents when all of us were paying $3.40. You see this? So this is what's happening. I'm not concerned about price. I already told you. What do I look at? What are these banks? Who are they working with? What crypto companies? Who are the partners involved? This is what I'm looking at. I don't care about the price. That shit don't matter. I already proven that. That's already proven. So what I look at is who are the biggest players? What cryptos are they using? What are they doing? And what crypto are they using? Then I go buy that. I don't care if it dumps. It doesn't matter. Does not matter to me. Because I know why it's dumping. It's because they're buying it on the down low. Okay. The developers dump it into the market or however they're doing it, and they distribute it to all these people that are not us. this is how I'm not an expert in all this, but it's pretty much that's basically what's going on. Okay. So right here, that's it. My name's Crypto Hawk. This show is over. Hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to open this up to the $5 people. I'll see you in the next one.